Good morning, everybody. So let's start our Business Standard newspaper on dated 17 Feb 2022. So news from LIC, which is LIC listing may cast top investors in IPO debut, and we are aware that LIC is going to file its IPO, and its size of this IPO is going to be very huge, around 316 million shares through OFS. So soon I will give you the filing position of this IPO. So it's for all credit card holders. Banks told to tighten monitoring, have ironclad KYC to avoid new Jamtara. And you all guys are aware that Jamtara is infamous as Indian fishing capital. So it is in Jharkhand, and now they have huge network expansion in Noida, Gurgaon, Mewat in Gurgaon nearby Alwar and Ahmedabad. We can see this figure in 2018-19 there were 485 fraud cases and the cost was 31 crores, which now is moved to 2296 cases and the cost is around 104 crores. So my advice is to always make a lock limit to the amount specific to your uses. So now we have seen that tech startups struggle to move out of the red. We are seeing that so many fintech companies and the tech firm like Paytm and PB Fintech saw their losses widen because of employee cost, profit and the profitability in the third quarter. It's a good news for the automobile sector and for those who are manufacturing automobile parts, because the government wants to Tesla to buy $500 million of local parts, then only they will be allowed to sell their cars in India. Finance Ministry is saying that post third wave economic reset by this year and the third wave of the pandemic on economic activity, the Indian economy may undergo an economic reset by end of the year, clocking 9% in the financial year 2022 and 8% in 2023. Now crypto mining and trading platform may face 18% GST, and we have seen that aviation turbine fuel, that is ATF, prices are going to climb to a record high, that is 5.2% hike. So it's a good news for mummies and daddies, as now Byju's is going to invest $200 million in physical tuition centers. Their plan is to open 500 centers in 200 cities this year, enrolling 1 million, that is 10 lakh students over 2 years. Tata Sons to put 2.4 crore into Tata Teleservices to cover its losses. So let's see what Mukesh Bansal, who is the founder of CureFit and Myntra and president of Data Digital, is saying. He's saying that raising spend in next e-commerce, it's a big challenge, and they want to unlock is to increase the number of spending households to 40 to 50 million in the coming year. We can see that salary hike in India to touch 5-year high, that is 9.9%, which was initially 9.3%. This revives outlook on the Vedanta to negative from stable portion. Even Aditya Birla Fashion and Retail expects to see over 10% of its revenue come from new age digital brands. This may hire over 55,000 freshers in financial year 2023. News from the Google, that is going to build privacy sandbox for Androids. The search engine giant Google announced that multi-year initiative to build a privacy sandbox on Android with the goal of introducing more private advertising solution. And Hemant Kothari, founder of this SREI, has moved the Kolkata bench of the National Company Law Tribunal NCLT for setting aside a forensic audit by KPMG into the company. So all Sudoku lover, your yesterday's solution is here, and for today's Sudoku is also here. You can have it. So agriculture is booming now. We can see that with respect to previous financial year, this year there is a positive percentage change, and India to harvest a record wheat, gram and mustard crop, and we can see this chart over here. Big tech accountable to society, as per the Chandrasekharan, who is Minister of State for Electronics and IT. He is saying there is a need for country to come together and collaborate to make big tech players such as Facebook, Google and India and UAE deal on Friday to double trade to rupees $100 billion. India-Australia trade goes past pre-COVID numbers. The government has last Friday announced that they have reached an understanding on an interim trade agreement with Australia. Rana Kapoor, who is the founder of Yes Bank, now gets bail for the sale of property case. So RBI is saying that Indian economy is gaining momentum as it's come out of the relative less virulent third wave. Government brings new rules for the children on two-wheelers. Speed limit is 40 km per hour and children are required to wear a crash helmet and safety harness. As per the West, Russia is building troops, not withdrawing. Forces are leaving Crimea, says Russia. But cyber attack continues on the Ukraine ministry. We have seen that UK inflation hits highest level in 3 decades, that is at 5.5%. So after the statement of Ericsson CEO, stock tumbles. CEO said profound transport routes were purchased through areas that have been controlled by terrorist organizations, including ISIS. India is the second largest producer and consumer footwear in the world after China. China is the largest one, and we have seen that people are preferring more these footwears in the in this pandemic. We have seen that COVID vaccine maker shoot for exports. We have seen that SEBI Security and Exchange Board of India slapped a penalty of rupees 3 crores on Chitra Ramakrishnan, former boss of NSC. Fault was that Ramakrishna was running the exchange at the behest of mysterious yogi. In addition to that, NSC has and regulators have said that no such trade practices has been followed. We have seen that US pricing pressure cloud over Indian pharmacy growth. A complex pipeline execution and regulatory compliance hold the key. And there is a short information about the suffering income loss. Opt for interest only home loan facility is there, so you can pause the screen and understand how it is we are going to get benefited from this. And we have the list of the top 10 LIC holding weightage. RIL Reliance at 10%, TCS 5%, Infosys, ITC, ICICI Banks, SBI, L&T, HUL, and HDFC and IDC Bank. We have seen this the number of the percentage they are holding in the LIC. As people are getting worried and getting panic in Ukraine, so in government of India said don't panic, more flights soon. India tells students. Ministry of External Affairs set up control room to assess Indian stranded in Ukraine. That's all for the today's news. Keep watching this business newspaper and keep yourself updated every day so that you will be aware and financially benefited.